Hey, what is up? I am Sidlak, and today I almost got the new essences available for me. I needed 6 hours. So before that happens and I try out builds using these essences, I'm gonna share my current builds for newer players who also want to have a better experience with playing Monk because Monk right now is super weak. So let's get into it.
Another tale to At
So
least you are not
for
rash.
the dungeon build, this build, I'm usually using this for challenge rifts or any kinds of like dungeons or instances that I need to play safe. I need to stay in range. So these are the skills: a deadly reach, shield of zen, inner sanctuary, mystic strike, mystic allies. And for the paragon, I'm using these wrath for the loots. And if you don't need to loot or anything, it's just like, let's say you're in a challenge rift and you just want to deal more damage while also staying in range, you can use Slinger with these active. The Unseen Dynamism is gonna let you deal lots of damage. Now for
I have
the
much to show.
essences, we have Neckbreaker for the Inner Sanctuary, Ease and Clarity, Feline Defiance, Lingering Incense, Wind River's Wing, Arc of the Descendants, Respite Sigh, and Harsh Truth. The set equipments. You got Shepherd's Call to Wolves for the summons damage. You got 4 of them, and then Vitus Urges, four of them as well. You can change this up if you want, but however, I recommend having 4 Vitus Urges for all the build that I have. It's just really good for monks. This build, you're gonna summon all your summon. Start with the Mystic Allies and then hit the Mystic Strike and then increase your attack speed and then just keep attacking. You can also use this for mobility. You can use the Shield Zen. Next is the Raid build. You have Fist of Thunder, Mystic Strike, Inner Sanctuary, Flying Dragon, Mystic Allies. For the Paragon, you're gonna have Slinger with these 3, and then these 2 for activating. You're gonna be using Unseen Dynamism for the damage, and you're gonna deal lots of damage with this. If you're running in a random dungeon, this is what I usually use so that I deal lots of damage, especially on higher difficulty level like Inferno 2 or Inferno 1. I use Vanquisher, and these are the how I build my Vanquisher, the Ace 3, and then 2 here. And for the set items, we got Plume Guides. It's when you use dash, you get more damage and critical hit. And Vitus Urges for the duration effect. So I have this Gloom Guides because I prefer using dashes. So the combo goes like this: dash, and then you're gonna deal lots of damage because when you dash, you increase your attack
I have
speed, and
much to
this
show.
is the reason for that. We have here Inner Sanctuary, and then Nest of Vipers for the Flying Dragon, combined with the Empty Cups and Vidinin Sting. So these are the Flying Dragons. This is for the Blessed Sanctuary. I guess it's only this one, and then this is for the Mystic Strike. It increases your attack speed. That's why I added that skill. And for the Fist of Thunder, it's when you hit the 4th time, I guess. You're gonna summon a thunder, and then this one is for the Inner Sanctuary. This one is Fist of Thunder, increase attack speed. So that's how you build that. Next is my PvP build. This is a standard monk build. You're gonna have Fist of Thunder, Mystic Strike, Shield of Zen, Wave of Light, Flying Dragon. And for the Paragon, you'll have Gladiator. This is how I built this. I just need 1 cheat death, and the other is like you increase damage the more players you kill. For the set build, I'm also using dash for gloom guides, but you can use something else, anything else if you feel like. But I do prefer having more damage when using dash, and the same with the Vitus Urges for the beneficial effects increase. Essences, I have Purity Stout for the Shield Zen, Aerial Acrobatics for the Flanger. This is your main damage dealer. Fatal Light for the Mystic Strike. It increases your damage for the next skill that you use after dashing. Running Bond is really helpful. Like it's really good because it lets you jump above obstacles, which is very underrated skill effect to have. And Peel Thunder. This one sets up your flying dragon. So you use Wave of Light, and then it explodes, and then you can use your aerial acrobatics if the enemy is knocked up. And then Urgent Care just letting you, giving you shield, and also giving you another dash with the shield Zen. And then Mystic Strike increase the charges, and this one is makes you invisible. This one is really good. Invisibility is invincibility. Like, once you go invisible, like players cannot hit you. They can using area of attack, but it's very rare for them to be able to hit you. So this is really helpful. This is how the combo goes. So let's say this guy is the enemy. 20 Blaze 2003. So you dash, so you're invisible, and then you could use your wave of light. And when he gets knocked off, you can use this. And then when you're finished using that, then you can get out. Like wait for the cooldowns for flying dragon cooldown to finish, and then you can use it again and jump if the enemy is not dead by then. But and then if you are like surrounded by people, you can just go with the shields and then dash, so you become invisible. You use this one, or you can just go dash for invisibility, so you can get out, and then use the shields and to remove all the debuff on you, and then you can dash again, or maybe just run, and then you can heal. Next is my open world build. We have Fist of Thunder, Exploding Palm, Shield of Zen, Cyclone Strike, Mystic Strike. And for the Paragon, we've got a Vanquisher. I'm using Bounded Strides and delaying the inevitable instead of Wrath and Exorcism. So just so you can have more move speed, and you're also gonna have like a kill streak timer lengthen. So next is the set. I'm still using the same set with the PvP. I'm using like Gloom Guides and Vitus Urges for both set. And for the
Another day away.
essences,
Gosh.
we have Shield of Zen, increase the duration, and having the Awaken, it decreases the cooldown as well. And then the Cyclone Strike, this is like the DPS from the Cyclone Strike. This one, Mystic Strike, is just attacks. It's just for like if I want to use this for running random dungeons, I can have like a bit of DPS as well. And then Lightning Strike again for the mobility, going above obstacles. And then Shielded Flames, more DPS from Shielded Zen, and Burning Palm for the exploding palm, so you'll have additional dash. And Fist of Thunder is just another DPS because there's really nothing else that you can add. You can change this if you want. And then Second Strike Radius. How you're gonna use this build is you use the buff, and then if this is like the camp, you can just dash. Then like if they're not dead, you can auto attack a bit. But usually I farm in lower difficulty so that I can just dash and then move on to the next one, and then I'll get lots of scraps. So you go like this, and then dash, and then go dash, and then next, and then next, and then next. And the I don't know where it's from. Maybe let me check this skill. But there's something about exploding bomb that reduces the cooldown for each enemy. It's this one, yeah. So yeah, so the cooldown reduces for each enemy hit. So it's really good if like there's like if you're farming in the overworld, there's a lot of mobs in there, and then you can just go and then the cooldown will just go down really fast. So you can just spam using this in the overworld. So this is like the defensive version of the dungeon build. It's quite similar except for a few things. The difference lies in this one, the Bell of Sorrow. Yeah, everything else is similar. Yeah, it's just the Bell of Sorrow. So why have this is when you're doing Sarangar, you're just gonna use this and then like the mobs will get stuck inside the bubbles and you can just use this and then everything can stay safe inside. You can also use this in Challenger if it's getting a bit difficult and you needed something that stops the mobs from getting into you and you getting hit a lot. Like it's just a defensive version of it. So that's it for all the builds that I have before the new essences. I hope you learned something. This is targeted for newbies, but if you learned something even though you're already a veteran in the game, good then. So watch out for my next video, I guess. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make a new one. Bye.